Good morning and welcome to University Unitarian Church. My name is Beth Chronister and I serve here as your assistant minister. And it is good to be on Zoom with so many of you this morning. Thank you for being here on this beautiful Seattle Pacific Northwest morning. A few announcements before we begin our service. Ways to connect in this next week. On Wednesday, we will be having our bi-monthly Vespers service. It will be on the Interdependent Web of Existence. I hope to see you there. It will be on Zoom at 7 p.m. this coming Wednesday. I also would like to share that what had an event that had already been planned made all the more relevant and important now is that following the passing of Representative John Lewis, who's had over 60 years in activism and leadership, a real loss. This last Friday, the racial justice team and the UU The Vote team are co-sponsoring a discussion of a recent documentary that actually came out that you can watch online called Good Trouble, which is from a quote of his documenting this long life of his work in the struggle for Black freedom. And on Thursday evening, we will be gathering together to remember him and to discuss that film and its implications for now. This morning's service, you probably have already noticed by being back on Zoom, is gonna be a little bit different. So this morning's service is a co-creation. And on this co-creation, it's going to really center fun and creativity and interaction, which I know that I am sorely needing in these days of sheltering in place. And so we're going to be working on expanding our imaginations together and focused on what are some of the mantras that each of you are carrying right now to get you through these tough times. I am really pleased to welcome Guy Nelson, who is going to be helping to lead this co-creative service. And Guy is a Seattle local. You might know him if you've gone to CBEC. He's done programming there. And he's a Seattle-based actor, musician, author, and facilitator. And he brings groups together to really explore through experience creativity, spirituality, improvisation, and play. The staff has all been working together to try to figure out how to do this service. And so I also want to start off in deep gratitude for the staff who week after week after week create the worshiping community, adapting to changing circumstances, and to do it with such grace and imagination themselves. Thank you all. Welcome to University Unitarian Church. Welcome to worship together. It is good to be together this morning. I call us to worship this morning with these words from the Reverend Leslie Takahashi. Here in this place of peace, may we find hope. Here in this place of connection, may we find life-giving community. Here in this place of rest, let the unrest of our hearts turn towards justice. Here in this space made sacred by memories of connection, let us each feel ourselves part of the new that grows from the old in the spiraling unity of years. Welcome to worship this morning. Welcome to this place of togetherness from wherever you are. Would you please join me now in singing our doxology? As the weeks turn into months, turn into an unknown amount of time in which our lives are shaped so indelibly by this pandemic and all that it asks and all that it takes. I'm aware that many people are really struggling with the ups and downs that are natural to this experience, and yet so hard that it's very hard to not be living with anxiety and depression. Possibly it is new to you, possibly this is a familiar struggle. And so I just am thinking of you and hoping that you know that your congregation, your community is here to support you through the care team, through your friends at UUC, and through the ministers as well, that we're here to offering a listening ear during a really tough time. Would you please join me now in that vein of being part
listen,
of helping one another, joining in the spirit of prayer and of meditation. Spirit of life, hidden wholeness at the heart of existence, hold us in this time of prayer and meditation, for our hearts and our bodies are weary. For months now, life has been disrupted. Plans upended, lives have been needlessly lost. And an aching loneliness for one another and life before has set in. The unfolding days are shaped by uncertainty and the unknown, and there grows a begrudging acceptance that these strange days will extend into months more. This experience is not done with us yet. There will be more hardship and loss, just as there will also be times of gratitude and resilience and courage that astonishes. There will be times of disconnect and times of weaving the connection stronger, one to the other. And so on this morning, though separated by space, we pause and we breathe together as a community. And I invite you to join in a metta meditation, a loving kindness meditation now, to extend compassion to our loved ones, our communities, those unknown to us, but first beginning with ourselves. I invite you now to imagine yourself, to picture yourself, and hold yourself without judgment, offering yourself the warmth of compassion, and to repeat these words in your mind or out loud. May I be happy. May I be healthy, peaceful, and at ease. May I be free from suffering. May I be well. And now shifting your imagination to someone who is close to you. Someone for whom when you think of them, you feel gratitude welling up in you, someone easy to love. And holding them in your mind's eye to say these words: may you be happy. May you be healthy, peaceful, and at ease. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. And now shifting your imagination to someone who you know who is struggling right now. Someone who is hurting. And to offer them this prayer of compassion. May you be happy. May you be healthy, peaceful, and at ease. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. And now imagining someone who you do not know well, an acquaintance, someone who you cross paths with, who is having their own experience of these times. And though you do not know them well, offering them these words of compassion. May you be happy. May you be healthy, peaceful, and at ease. May you be free from suffering. May you be well. Now imagining someone in your life who you are clashing with, who you're in conflict with. And extending that compassion to them, that warmth that is within you. Imagining them and saying these words: may you be happy. May you be peaceful, healthy, and at ease. May you be free from suffering. And may you be well. And now zooming out to consider the whole world over. A humanity woven together by an illness that knows no border. And holding this whole world, speaking the words, may we be happy. May we be healthy, peaceful, and at ease. May we be free from suffering. May we be well. And may it be so. Amen. Would you please join now in singing hymn number 1002, Comfort Me? At this point in our service, we gratefully receive the morning offering to support the life, the work, and the continued ministry of this church. Would you please join me in saying the words we say each week? This church is a community of ourselves. Its energy and resources are our energy and resources. Its wealth is what we share. When we contribute to the life of this community, we affirm our lives within it.
Wie Melodien zieht es mir leiser durch den Sinn, wie Frühlingsblumen blüht es und schwebt wie Duft dahin. Und schwebt wie Duft dahin. Doch kommt das Wort und fasst es und führt schwillt es vor das Aug, wie nebelgrauer blast es und schwindet wie ein Hauch. Und schwindet wie ein Hauch. Und dennoch ruht im Reimer verborgen wohl ein Duft, den mit aus stillem Keimer ein feuchtes Auge ruft. Den mit aus stillem Keimer ein feuchtes Auge ruft.
Okay. Guy, I'd love to invite you in.
All right. Hi, everybody. Hi, Beth.
Good morning, Guy.
Well, it's great to be here, and I am excited to see everybody, some of my friends from CBEC, who I have seen in the last couple of years, so hello, everybody. It's good to be here, and I'm very excited to be part of this very special service this morning. And to give you a brief overview of what we're going to do today, as Beth has mentioned, these are challenging times for many of us. There's a lot out there in the big world that's complicated and that can cause us to end up in a world of stress and anxiety. And I believe that a way out of that is to share our positivity. These are our ideas that we can use to give us strength, to empower us, and to create together. And that's what we're going to do this morning around the idea of mantras, what I would call the mantra of the day. And by that, I mean something that you tell yourself. Maybe you tell yourself in the morning when you look in the mirror, or you tell yourself every day for a week, and it can change. It doesn't have to be the same thing. But these are ideas that I think are helpful to you, and that's why you use them. And that's what I would like to hear from you. And we're going to take your mantras. And first of all, as you offer them, we're going to bring you up on chat, and then I will, Beth and I will select some of them sort of arbitrarily, and then we want to talk to you about your individual mantra for about a minute. It's like, oh, that's interesting. Why do you choose that? How does it help you? Is there a story behind it that you would like to share with us? So you can tell us something about your mantra, and then we're going to take those ideas and elevate them and explore them and expand them artistically through music and through art. And the art that we're going to have with us today is provided by my wonderful sister. Her name is Ann Nelson, and she is in Walla Walla right now, so she's remote, as we all are. She's a professional graphic artist, and what she does is create in live time these improvisational drawings and beautiful pieces of art on the theme. So she's going to turn your mantra into beautiful graphic art right in front of your eyes as we go through these. So we hope to get maybe a handful of mantras. We'll take them all individually, and you can tell us about them, and then we're going to turn them into a little bit of music and art. So it should be really fun. So I hope that you will go to the chat room, and if you have a mantra, please put that in there. And there is no right or wrong mantra. It can be something grandiose. It can be something very simple. But I would like to focus on mantras that you use to do or be something. So think about that, to do or to be. To do in the sense that my mantra today is to bake chocolate chip cookies for my neighbors. That's a great mantra, okay? That's something that you do. You might do it every day or every week or something like that. Maybe a mantra to be, you might say, I'm going to be more forgiving today. That's my mantra of the day, to be more forgiving. And so then we'll talk to you about these things and how you actually put them into practice. So a mantra of you that you tell yourself each day or each week. So that's something that helps you do or be. And the idea that these mantras, I think, bring us to our better selves. And that, to me, is the challenge and the opportunity of these days. These days can be very challenging. And our mantras help us step forward to be our best selves, in these challenging times. All right, so Beth, are you over there looking at our chat list?
I am.
Okay, we're in the same room, we're distanced. All right, do we have any coming in so far? Anything that looks very intriguing to you?
We have a number of mantras coming
Great.
in so far.
What do you see? Just go ahead and choose one that seems interesting.
Oh my goodness. To see the love that is present, from Don Morgan.
Oh, that's a great one. All right, see the love that is present. So Don, we'd love to unmute you so you can tell us about that. Are you there, Don?
I am, and I'm unmuted.
Good. All right, Don. Well, thank you. Thank you for being our guinea pig. All right, so to see the love that is present. So Don, we just want to ask you a few questions about that. Tell
Sure.
us why you chose or created this particular mantra. What's the story behind it?
It's a short version of a Buddhist thing I learned from Bill Hoff at CBEC. To be present, to see the love that is present, not to be attached to the outcome. But that's a lot of expectations. So if I can just see the love that's present, I would be happy.
Great. To see the love that is present, not be attached to the outcome. Can you give us any particular examples of how that has played out in your life?
I recently been using it in my interactions with Donald Trump, trying to see that there must be some goodness in there. And I don't think we give him enough credit when he does do something right. Admittedly, it's not very often, anything, but I don't know that it does me any good or us any big good to make lots of complaints and things, but to look at the whole picture. So.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, now, Beth, you get a chance to respond. What does that bring up for you?
I think that brings up for me the power of choice, and how that's a really intentional choice to see the love that is present, particularly in a person who is as difficult as the one that you're describing, that I find very difficult. And to still choose in every situation, rather than becoming kind of mired in the judgments, to say, what is love right now? And to see that also within of what does love look like right now? Just thank you.
That's great. All right, Don, thank you for that. So now we're turning it into art right in front of you, and we're going to turn it into music. I'm going to take your words, Don, you're the lyricist, and turn them into a simple chant, a very simple chant using these words, and then we're going to repeat them together. So here's what we'll do to make a melody out of this. See the love that is present. See the love that is present. Don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. So that's the chant. Now I'm going to repeat that for about 30 seconds or 45 seconds. And I invite you all to sing along. You can sing the melody, you can make up a harmony, you can speak it. But by singing this mantra, I see it as a way to open up our hearts to the message that is there and the power of it. We open up our hearts, we let that mantra come into our consciousness. So I'll sing along. I'm going to sing. You please sing along in any way that feels good to you. See the love that is present. See the love that is present. Don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. See the love that is present. See the love that is present. Don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. One more time. See the love that is present. See the love that is present. Don't be attached to the outcome. Don't be attached to the outcome. And may it be so. Don, thank you for our
Thank
first
you.
mantra of the morning. All right, Beth, bring us another one.
I love this one from Pamela. Every day is a gift, which I then give to someone else.
Oh, great. Every day is a gift that I then give to someone else. Okay, and that's from Pamela?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Pamela, are you there? We'd love to ask you a few questions about that.
I'm
Pamela,
here.
hello. Oh,
Hello,
great.
hello. Can
Hi,
you hear me?
Pamela. Yes, you look wonderful. And thank you for this beautiful mantra. So can you tell us the story behind it? Why is it important to you?
Because I know that when I give, that not only makes me stronger, but it passes on to the people around me a little bit of that strength, and then it goes out. It's like dropping a stone into a pond, and you have the ripples go out from it.
Mhm.
And those ripples always come back. It's this wonderful positive feedback system, I guess.
That is so beautiful. What a great image. Ripples in the pond and that come back to you. Can you give us any specific example of anything that you've done with that recently?
There are a group of people that I've been connected with for decades, and we're all going through our own struggles. And when I wake up in the morning, I know that I'm going to talk to one of them, and I always think of something, think about a sunset to talk to them about, think about the flowers that I've got growing, think about something positive to help them get their day going, and they always come back with a gift for me. And even though we're in some dark places maybe during the day, those things really help for us to move forward in the world with a gift from someone that knows that they know that we love them.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Well, my heart is touched. That is such a good story, Pamela. All right, let's turn to Beth for some thoughts on that.
Thank you, Pamela. I love this because I've seen this in action here at University Unitarian Church, and you come and you bring this great joy and lightness of being with you, and experiencing that in return, in the exchange of you giving that gift and receiving it in return. And that notion of the ripple effect that you are creating in this practice with your friends, of I think the beauty of that is kind of always remembering to whom are you connected, whom are you most connected, and how do you want those connections to give, knowing that there's a mutuality there. What you give, you receive in return. What a generous gift. Thank you.
Great. All right, so Pamela, you're the lyricist now for our next chant, and it's going to go like this. So just join in as soon as you feel comfortable. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift that I give to someone else. Every day is a gift. Every
Every
day is
day
a
is a
gift.
gift.
Every
Every
day is
day
a
is a
gift
gift
that I then
and
give
give
to
to
someone
someone
else.
else.
Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift that I then give to someone else. One more time. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift. Every day is a gift that I then give to someone else. And may it be so. Pamela, thank you very much. That was
Oh,
beautiful.
thank you.
All right, another
All
one.
right.
Beth?
This one is from Toby. The mountains are not shaken by the wind.
Wow. Oh, I love that. Not shaken by the wind. Okay, Toby, are you there? Hello, Toby. Good morning. Can you hear us? We would love to talk to you, Toby.
Let's see.
Can we
And
unmute Toby?
Toby's might be on an iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
The mountains are not shaken by the wind.
On Megan's
I can't wait
iPhone.
to hear about that one. Is
Let's
Toby there?
see.
I'm not hearing it.
I'm not hearing them come through either. Oh, I think we have them through Megan's phone.
Hello?
Toby, is that you?
It's me.
Hey, Toby.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right.
Right.
I think
so
I
the
see
mountains are
you.
not
Wave at us,
shaken by the
Toby,
wind.
so we can see you.
It's an Arabic proverb, actually. So originally in Arabic, it's Ya Jabal Ma Yahzikri.
My goodness, you speak Arabic. That is so impressive.
Well, I'm rusty, but I used to speak it very well. And
for
when I
you.
lived in Jordan, I used to say that to myself quite a bit. And it's actually been kind of like a rallying cry for Palestinians, and used in that uprising. So it kind of gives me power, it's kind of like that. You can sort of visualize the mountain inside of you and how, whatever else is going on, that's nothing in comparison to the strength that you have inside yourself.
Absolutely. That is such a powerful image. Can you give us any particular example of something that has come up for you recently where this really was helpful?
I think just lately, with all of the changes that are happening and the uncertainty, my work right now is very unpredictable. And so it's kind of just helpful to come back to that and to remember when I learned that, I was also going through a really hard time. I was living in Jordan and dealing with a lot of harassment. And I was strong through that time. And sometimes it's really helpful to think about other times that have been difficult and that I got through those, so I can get through something difficult right now too.
Good. Lovely. What a great story. All right, Beth, what do you think of that?
I think that's a particularly powerful image in the Pacific Northwest setting, because the mountains are such an enduring image of the extent of time. I often will go to Golden Gardens when I am caught up in my daily troubles, and I'm caught up with the stress or the disappointment of the news cycle, and just sit and I will glory in the Olympics, because they do not know of such things, and that they are so, there's such a deep wisdom to that. And thank you also for bringing in the Palestinian voice and voices and struggles into this conversation this morning. I think that there's so much to be learned from communities that have lived in unpredictability and struggle and oppression during a time in which maybe many of us who have not had to live that are seeking how to be resilient. So thank you, Toby.
Thank you,
I think-
Toby. All right.
one other thing that I
Yes.
think is like worth mentioning is just that in Arabic, the translation is actually that you're talking to the mountain, and it's like, I never know how to translate it in a succinct way, but it's almost like you're saying, "Hey, mountain, like the wind's not going to bother you," you know. So it's like very encouraging when you say it in Arabic.
That is so wonderful. Well, Toby, what a great story. And again, I'm so impressed that you lived in Jordan and learned Arabic and everything like that. And very, very impressive. So let's turn this into a fun, wonderful chant. And the lyricist, Toby, on this one. All right, so here's how it's going to go. The mountains are not shaken by the wind. The strength of the mountain is within us. The mountains are not shaken by the wind. The strength of the mountain is within us. The mountains are not shaken by the wind. The strength of the mountain is within us. The mountains are not shaken by the wind. The strength of the mountain is within us. One more time. The mountains are not shaken by the wind. The strength of the mountain is within us. May it be so. Thank you, Toby. Wonderful. Okay, another one from Beth.
Okay.
What else do we have?
This is from Christine Edgar. Every little thing's gonna be all right.
All right. I love that thing. I'm writing down notes. Be all right. From Christine. Okay, Christine, are you there? Are you unmuted?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And tell us the story behind this one. I bet there's a good
Well,
one.
I was born and raised in Jamaica, and that song was I don't remember a time before that song. And as a child, I used it to comfort myself when I'm anxious. And as an adult, it still comes to mind. The first thing that comes to mind whenever I'm anxious is
Great.
that Bob
So that's
Marley song.
Bob Marley,
Don't
right?
worry about a thing.
Okay.
So you might not even need to write a song. You might just,
The song exists, but we're going to tweak it a
exists.
little bit because I want to get a specific example, if I can, from you about something recently that has happened where you've applied this mantra to it. Can you think of anything?
Oh, well, I was very ill this week and very worried that I had the virus. And while I was waiting for my test results, I sang it to myself over and over in my mind.
Good.
Yeah. But it was negative, but you know.
Your test results were negative. We're so glad to hear that.
Thanks.
And thank you for sharing that. All right, let's turn to Beth for her thoughts on this one.
One of the things that I'm thinking is about how the spiritual life comes through the encounters that we have with one another, with difficulty, with the unknown. And the spiritual life sometimes can be just as present as a song, and a song that calms the heart and calms the mind, in order to be able to go through what is a vulnerable, challenging existence at times, particularly during times of illness and times of not knowing what is going to happen to the body. And to know that that type of song, I love that that's been with you your whole life. That this is part of your inheritance and that you keep it so closely And it's just part of, like, it's a rhythm to your life in a way.
Beautiful, Christine. Okay, so we're going to take this and turn it into a mantra, a chant, and sort of based on Bob Marley, but I want to make it completely original. We'll use those words and tweak it a little bit so that it's something that Christine has actually helped us co-create here. So let's do it like this. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Find the rhythm, find the rhythm. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Find the rhythm, find the rhythm. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Find the rhythm, find the rhythm. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Find the rhythm, find the rhythm. One more time. Every little thing is gonna be all right. Find the rhythm, find the rhythm. And may it be so. Thank you, Christine, for that great story. Another one? Do we have time for another one?
So this is from Aria Curtis, who's on the UUC staff. Breathe in peace, breathe out love.
Breathe in peace, breathe out love. Okay, that is so cool. I love that. That's sort of a repeating pattern there. So Aria, is that the right name? Aria, are you there? Unmuted for us? I'm not hearing you yet. They're finding you. I know our tech people are working hard behind the scenes to unmute.
Aria might have had to go to RE.
Is she there? Aria?
Yeah, she's here. That's okay.
So is she there? Not there? Okay, can we find another one, Beth?
So this is from Sally Dacey, Open Loving Awareness.
Okay, Sally, open loving awareness. Open loving awareness. Great. Sally, are you there?
I am.
Great. And Beth, if I can ask you, my battery's getting a little low. I need to plug in my computer. So could you just ask Sally a few questions here while I plug in my laptop? Thank you. I'll be right back.
The improv continues.
Yes. Fortunately, I have my cord.
Good morning, Sally.
Good morning.
So with open loving awareness, how does it feel in your body when you have open loving awareness?
Great. I tend to approach the world with criticalness and be closed much more than I realized. And so I'm working on when my first reaction to the world is to be critical, to change that into a more open and loving stance. And it does, like you imply, make me feel a lot better.
What does your heart tell you when you have an open, loving awareness?
So much it's hard to keep up with it, but mostly that we're all in this together and how much we have in common and how much beauty and wonder there is in the world.
I'm back here, Sally. Again, can you give us any specific example of something that's happened to you recently where you really went back to this mantra to help you?
It gets very simple and complicated, but the complicated part of it is when I become defensive, for example, in the whole current political situation, when I become very defensive, if I can turn that into just trying to be open and loving, I can stop just wanting to blame everyone around me for pain.
Okay. I think we had a little tech problem. Are you still there?
I am, yes.
Okay. Oops, good. All right. And well, let's, any reflections on that, Beth?
I started multitasking and I lost the creative thread. I'm
That's okay.
sorry.
That's all right. Okay. Well, let's turn this into a song, a beautiful chant. Oops, I think I'm muted. There I go. I'm unmuted now. Okay. Open, loving awareness from being critical to openness, from critical to openness. All right. So here's how this is going to sound. Open, loving awareness from critical to openness. 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 One more time. Open, loving awareness from critical to openness. And may it be so. Thank you. Is it Sally or Sarah? I see Sarah on your name, but I thought I heard Sally before.
It's actually Sally.
It is Sally. Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. Okay, so should we wrap it up, Beth? I think we have a lot of great ones. So let's look, first of all, at the artwork that you have all helped create and the mantras, such as see the love that is present from Don. Everything is a gift that I then give to someone else from Pamela. Today, I don't know, Toby says the mountains are not shaken by the wind. Christine says every little thing is going to be all right. And Sally says open, loving awareness. Beautiful, wonderful ideas. And I hope that we're all able to embrace all of those. I think they're all very powerful and very useful in these times. So now I'm going to turn it back to you, Beth, and find some theme or some way to wrap all this up.
So the themes that I'm finding, one of them is what are the seeds of resilience and strength? And that those can be some of the really simple reminders, simple gifts throughout the day, a choice, a shift that can bring a surprising amount of openness and even equanimity as it becomes a practice. I've been thinking also about how Unitarian Universalism is a religion that comes to us and is lived in day-to-day practices and realities. How it's not a religion that is inherited in the same way of doing the same practices as generations before, or the practices of a shared doctrine, but it is a embodied and daily lived practice that in itself is challenging and also life-giving. And so in each of these mantras, the ones that were shared and not shared, is the how to commit to finding the love that is present within and around you, how to remember the power of peace as found through the breath, how to recall the music and the words that have brought you your solace for many years during a hard times, and to recognize what's in your toolbox to return to connection in times of disconnection or fear or criticism. So I hope you feel blessed by one another's words. I know I certainly do. And feel all the more equipped to go into another uncertain day and another uncertain week. Thank you for sharing such embodiments of what love and peace and hope looks like in practice day to day. You're fighting the good fight. Keep doing it. Our closing hymn this morning, and thank you for being flexible and adaptable and playful and imaginative this morning. Thank you to Guy. Thank you to Anne for helping bring this to life. And thank you to the many people on the tech side, particularly Byron and David, making this possible. And Dwight and Ian as well for being able to do the music in advance. Our closing hymn this morning is the hymn Lean on Me. I close the service this morning with words from John Lewis, and with remembering and holding his memory as well as C.T. Vivian's memories, two giants in the history of the struggle for Black freedom, who gave so much over the last 60 years, really 60 plus years. So these are words from the late Representative John Lewis from his memoir entitled Across That Bridge, A Vision for Change in the Future of America. You are a light. You are the light. Never let anyone, any person, or any force dampen, dim, or diminish your light. Study the path of others to make your way easier and more abundant. Lean toward the whispers of your own heart. Discover the universal truth and follow its dictates. Release the need to hate, to harbor division and the enticement of revenge. Release all bitterness. Hold only love, only peace in your heart, knowing that the battle of good to overcome evil is already won. Choose confrontation wisely. But when it is your time, don't be afraid to stand up, and speak out against injustice. And if you follow your truth down the road to peace and the affirmation of love, if you shine like a beacon for all to see, then the poetry of all the great dreamers and philosophers is yours to manifest in a nation, a world community, and a beloved community that is finally at peace with itself.